Okay, so thank you guys for being here. This is for my speech for my Comm 3 class for UP. My name is JP Suarez, and you guys might know me as the AVP of Strategic Engagement for SBI Global. But for you guys that don't know, I'm also the team captain for the Pilipinas Aguilas, the national football team for the Philippines. And I'm the first MVP with a game against Japan that happened 2 years ago. Just recently, we won a game against Korea, the very, very first time the Philippines has actually won, and actually ranked us in the world. There's a lot of things that the game has taught me in football and in corporate life, and I just wanted to share a little bit of with you. But before that, I wanted for you guys to see what a football game actually looks like. Okay? So that's a little bit of what football's like. The game itself took a lot out of me, and it took a lot out of the team. And I wanted to share some of the characteristics in that game that I also brought to the corporate world and to life in general. So number one is communication with a team. As an individual, you cannot get a lot of things done without your teammates. And if you cannot communicate properly with your team, nothing can really get done. Just like with football, if you can't communicate with the player next to you, you can't communicate what the strategy is, and you cannot move forward and score. The same thing with corporate life. You cannot communicate what the strategy is for your team, you won't be able to work together to reach your goal. Second thing that's very important is teamwork. Not one person can do any one thing. You need to be able to rely on the people that you work with. And not one person can also be good at everything, right? You have one person that might be good at something and another person good at something else. You might have a person that's tall in the center of a basketball court. He can't be the power forward. Or you have somebody that's short. They can't be the center. Same thing with the company. You can't have somebody that's really good in accounting and have that same person be also really good at marketing. That same person really be good with sales and with creatives. So what the best companies do, what the best leaders do, is that they're able to get all of the best team players together, form teamwork, go and get everybody going in one direction. Same thing they do on a football team is the same thing they do in a corporate team. They get all of the best players, they upskill them, the leader gives them direction, and with teamwork they all move forward. The third thing that I learned during that football game and with sports in general is accountability. You are accountable not only for yourself, but you're also accountable for your teammates. You are accountable to them and you're accountable for them. Sometimes you might not be responsible for a task. And if you just leave it at that and say, oh, my friend or my teammate's going to take care of it and just walks away, it might never get done. Same thing on the football field. If you are accountable for a certain spot and your teammate cannot get there, if you do not get there for him, then the play is broken up. So same thing with the corporate world. You have to be accountable for yourself, and you also have to be accountable for other players. also you also have to keep your other players accountable to you. And sometimes that's very difficult because it's really hard to tell somebody that they're not doing their job. But if you don't do it, the job will never get done. The fourth thing that I learned is commitment. Winning that game was very, very hard. It took a lot out of me. I had to juggle my family with my career, with football, and there's a lot of times that I really, really wanted to give up. However, I stuck to it. I persevered. I did whatever I had to do to make sure that I would win. And that commitment that I formed with my team really took us far and took us to the championship. And that's also something that I hope to bring in the corporate sector as well, and with life as well, is commitment. I see a lot of you guys here working late. I see a lot of you guys here coming in early. I see a lot of you guys here working weekends, because you guys all have the commitment to get the job done. And all of those things put together, communication, teamwork, accountability, and commitment are all different things that you learn on the football field, that you learn in sports, that you can use in other aspects in your life to also succeed. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.